Hello everyone, Neaco.Cosplay here. This will be a tutorial about how I dyed the fake fur for my Astrid cosplay. Fake fur isn't the cheapest material and you often have to buy it in large amounts. For my Astrid cosplay I needed 3 different colors and I didn't need all that much of it. So instead of buying large amounts of all the colors that I needed, I just bought a little bit more of the lightest color and dyed that to get all the different colors. So this is the original fabric, the lightest part that I started with, and then I dyed it in this like a little bit darker sandy brown and the grey. The dye that I used was Rit Dyemore for synthetic fabrics. Before you start dyeing all those expensive precious pieces, I recommend you do some experiments because the color will depend on the kind of fabric and of course how long you leave it in the dye. You can already see it with the fake fur, like the fur part of the fabric is lighter than the fabric the fake fur is attached to. So here you can already see how different fabrics react to the dye. Okay, let's do this. You're going to need a stainless steel pot, some gloves, something to stir, and of course your fake fur and the dye. The instructions say to pre-wash the fabric, which I ignored when I was making this costume because I did not feel like washing all the fake fur. And for the tutorial I also skipped this step. Next, put on the stove or furnace or whatever it's called to heat the water, put on your gloves, shake the bottle and add the dye. The bottle says how much dye you need for a certain amount of fabric and of course I ignored that as well and just poured some in. For this tutorial I just used all the leftover dye I still had. The water dye mixture needs to be hot but not like boiling hot. When it is the right temperature, add your fake fur and stir. The bottle says 30 to 60 minutes, but depending on the result you want, you can do it shorter. You need to be stirring all the time. And don't forget to ventilate the room. Open a window because this doesn't smell great. When I dyed my fur for Astrid, I did it a little bit differently. I did not have a pot big enough for all my fur, so I used a bucket and filled that with boiling water. Of course, this doesn't color the fur a lot, but enough for the result that I needed. After you're done, rinse the fake fur very well until the water runs clear. There are some more instructions on the bottle about washing the fabric or fixating the color or something like that, and of course I also chose to ignore that because that is apparently what I do with most of these instructions. Then let your fake fur dry. It is normal that it sort of looks like you are drying roadkill. When your fake fur is dry, it is time to fix the texture and make it all fluffy once more. First, comb or brush the fur. You may lose a bit of hair, but that is normal. Then use a blow dryer to smooth it out and make it fluffy again. You will not get that super smooth fluffy texture back, but I actually liked the look and the texture I got now a lot more, especially for Astrid. So that was a fun side effect. So as I said before, when I was dyeing the fake fur for this costume, I didn't really know what I was doing. In the tutorial I did it how you're supposed to do it, and as you can see there's a big difference in how the colors came out. For the tutorial I did only leave the fabric in for about 10 to 15 minutes because I was lazy and I didn't want to do it for 30 minutes. But already you can see a huge difference. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. Thank you for watching and bye!